Okay, so I must admit that I didn't notice this one completely by myself. While looking for images of the old and new Niffty designs, I stumbled across this colour difference chart made by the Twitter user Hazbin. It helped me a lot when putting this video together, and I'll use that to help illustrate my point. Niffty's design change is one of the most obvious on a surface level. Her whole colour palette has shifted pretty significantly. Her face, Niffty's main focal point, looks particularly different. So here's the deal. New Niffty uses cooler tones to old Niffty's warm tones. It's as simple as that. There are other changes, sure, but those are just simplifications for ease of animating her design. The rather important change is her cooler tones. Now, you might look at her design and protest what I'm saying here. She's all pink, red, and yellow. Those aren't cool tones. Well, that is true, but colour is nuanced, and despite red being a warm-toned colour, you can still have cool-toned reds and warm-toned reds. And her overall colour palette is significantly less warm-toned than the original. You'll notice her stark white skin replacing her formerly yellow skin along with far more white in the design, the former burgundy in her design now being a sharp black, and the reds and pinks now being far more muted, not to mention just how much orange and yellow was cut overall. Now, looking at the wiki, it says she's Japanese. That's something I didn't know from watching the pilot, but it does explain why her skin colour would be changed. Rather than use yellow or stark white, however, I'm sure it would have been possible to keep a warm-toned character with perhaps brown or tanned skin, since there are dark-skinned Japanese people. Oh, and if you're like me and haven't seen the new show yet, don't scroll down to the comments on the wiki. I think I just saw a major spoiler. Since the warm tones weren't kept, I can only imagine the cool tones were intentional, and here's the question I pose to you. Why? What does her warm-toned palette versus her cool-toned palette mean to her character? Her warm tones in the pilot matched her hyperactivity, excitability, liveliness, and charm. She quite literally, as well as metaphorically, lit up a room with her presence, which is how she left such an impression despite having so little screen time in the pilot. But she also had a capability for coldness and cruelty that we did see on the screen, and that's something which I would imagine, based upon a new design, would possibly be more prominent in this new show. Well, I guess I'll see if that's the case. Please like, subscribe, and comment.